Hello everyone, today we are going to talk about snails. Snails are also called gastropods, gastropod meaning stomach foot. If you're wondering where their stomach foot is, it's what they use to scooch around with on the ground. Check out these snail tracks. Speaking of stomachs, snails keep all their insides inside their shell. It's a little hard to lug around for younger snails, but that's where their stomach, lungs, and heart is. Snail shells grow with them as they age. And no, slugs are not snails without shells. But I bet you're wondering, where do they keep their insides? Actually, they keep their insides on a bulbous part near their head called a mantle. But slugs are closely related to snails. Plus, they both produce slime and they both love when it's wet outside. Both slugs and snails have holes at the side of them, which they use to breathe. And they both have 2 eye stalks. On the subject of eyes, snails and slugs are both relatively blind. Actually, scientists believe that snails can only see light, darkness, and shadows. Now I bet you're wondering, where can I find slugs and snails? You can find snails in forests, front yards and backyards, and even in the city. In fact, snails can be found all over the world, except Antarctica. Snails can also be found in saltwater and freshwater. Snails can also have different types of color morphs, even albino. Snails use a sticky solution called slime that they can use to climb up horizontal and vertical spaces. Some snails like to follow other snail trails to find a mate, or to find out where the best food is. Snails eat plants, decaying matter, and fungi. Lots of people seem to find them in their garden and do not like them there. And that usually results in people using dangerous pesticides and snail killers. Lately, I've been finding lots of young and old snails who've met this fate. Snails have as much of a right to live on this planet as you do. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you see a snail in your garden or where you do not want them, please consider relocating them instead of killing them.